Hi, and welcome to Prepping Essentials. Good morning, it's 6:45 on Saturday the 18th of March. Just making my way down into the land, and as always, not quite sure what we're going to get done today, but let's find out. Well, here we are down on the land. It's a cool, damp morning. I thought we'd walk around this way this morning just to show you something. It's nice to see buds coming on the trees after what seems like an eternity. We've finally got some shoots starting to show. Look at that. Finally. Is that going to focus or not? Doesn't look like it. Finally got some shoots. Seems a long time since I was last talking to you. I guess it is in the big scheme of things. Been away for a while now. Spent more time at work than I have at home over the last couple of weeks. Hopefully, in terms of long travel, that's it. And I can get back to some kind of normality. It's going to be interesting to see the progress with the seedlings. Now we've got green shoots outside, hopefully we'll get some green shoots inside. Even these fruit trees are managing to throw out some buds. It's not going to focus, is it? They're there, believe me. It's nice to see. Anyway, let me get opened up. Definitely need a fire on of some description this morning. Definitely need the kettle on. And I'll speak to you in a while. Well, good morning and welcome to the weekend. I've had a crazy couple of weeks. Work has been literally crazy. And now is not the time to mess about and get fired. So I've been away a lot. Spent 2 weeks ago, after the last video I guess, spent a complete week away. Came back for a really rush weekend. I did try and make a video clip actually. I was down early on the Saturday morning, but with all of the catch up to do, I had domestic stuff, you know what I mean. You've been away for a while, you need all your clothes washing because I was going back again. So I did try to do a video last weekend, but in all honesty it was just not worth putting out there for what little I did record. Then I went away again, came back Wednesday, so popped down, just did the normal, checked up on the chickens and busy playing catch up again. So here we are at the weekend. Crazy week. Weather absolutely crazy. A couple of weeks ago we had snow literally everywhere in the UK, and then since then it's been raining. It's not raining right now. It was overnight, but currently it's not. But it's forecast for the entire week now. So weather-wise, it's going to be rubbish this coming week. So again, outside, I don't know what physically I'm going to be able to get done. Loads still to do in the cabin after I got that new roof installed. Still got loads to do, so hopefully the craziness of work is over, for a while anyway, and I'll be able to actually get something done. I might try and do a little bit today on this roof, just internally. I daren't start messing about taking panels off with this rain, but I can maybe do a little bit inside. Won't be very exciting for you. The real thing I want to do is get some windows in this wall. But again, weather-wise, I daren't start stripping off exterior cladding, especially when it is forecast all weekend and through next week. So we'll see what we can and can't get up to today. Main thing I wanted to do was to catch up with you guys and see how you are, because the craziness in the world just continues at a pace and seems to be getting even crazier. We've had banks collapsing. I can't say that came as a shock, given the amount of these fintech banks, online banks and specialist banks that have kind of emerged out of the 2008 banking crisis. And oddly enough, a lot of them are the exact same people that caused the 2008 crash. Strange that, isn't it? And again, they're all connected, particularly in the US. They're all connected with the previous Democrat administration when Biden was vice president. Go and have a little play on Google and you'll see what I'm talking about. So we've had some banks collapsing. A few of them have got bailed out. There was a huge panic here in Europe with Credit Suisse. It is kind of still rumbling along in the background. There was a real fear that this past week that might actually be on the brink of collapse. Loads of media stories about it that appeared and then quickly got buried. So yeah, banking crisis. Inflation continues. But of course, we have to be grateful that it's static right now and not continuing its march. But having had another huge bailout and another huge spending spree for the military in the US, so lots more dollar printing is going to be going on, it might not be long before that inflation continues to tick up again. War in Ukraine continues. More and more money and weaponry being pumped into there. Huge palaver over the last couple of days about an American spy drone. It's there, circling around the Black Sea, just off the coast of Crimea. And the Russians sent the planes out to intercept it. I guess they were checking to see whether or not it had any missiles underslung on the drone. Allegedly it didn't, but who knows. And it was just purely a surveillance drone. So the Russians buzzed it a few times. The media says that one of the Russian fighter jets actually hit the propeller. Personally, I don't buy that, because if it had, the drone would have just completely disintegrated and probably taken out the fighter jet at the same time. You can't be flying around at super duper speed and then just bump into things in any aircraft. You only have to see the pictures of these huge passenger airlines that get hit by a bird and the damage that does. So you can imagine the damage that had a fighter jet collided with a drone full of fuel. That wouldn't have been pretty. So it did come down anyway. How it came down, bit of a mystery still. Was it the jet fuel that the fighter plane dumped on it? Was it some kind of EMP? Or was it the wash from the jet engines? Don't know, don't care really. So it came down. So now there's this huge furore about how dare you take out our spy drones just off your coast in a war zone. It's like things don't get destroyed in wars. Come on, really? Another bit of provocation. Putin has had an arrest warrant issued for him by the ICC. International Children's Commission or some spin-off of the UN. Can't remember now. So if he were to pop up in I forget how many countries it covers. I think it's 77, something like that, countries. Somebody can comment in the comment section. If he suddenly turns up in these countries, there is a possibility that he could be arrested. But that would be an interesting video, wouldn't it? Somebody trying to arrest Putin. Yeah, I can't imagine his protection detail letting that happen. Anyway, it's all spin, smoke and mirrors, just to keep us all focused on what they want us to see over here, while a whole load of other crap goes on over there that they don't want us to focus on. Just been checking up on the chickens. All is well with the chickens, except for they seem to have stopped laying this week. When I came back from my first trip, I had a huge bounty of eggs, but this week nothing. They seem to have just suddenly stopped. Don't know why that is. They've had food, they've had water. They're literally just pecking around some lettuce as we speak. So I don't know why they would suddenly stop. We had this at Christmas, if you remember, when there was this huge internet viral thing of people posting that the chickens had stopped laying. So maybe whatever that was has returned for another go. I don't know. We've still got the bird flu. It's literally everywhere globally now. There was a bit of a kerfuffle in the media about sea lions and some other mammals have been found dead and allegedly had bird flu. There was one case of a person that was said to have had bird flu, but that came and went without any further media hype. So whether it is in mammals or not, I'm not entirely sure. If you believe the media, allegedly it is. It's certainly all over the bird population globally, and here in the UK we continuously get this drip feed of reminders that we need to keep our chickens housed, and there'll be the odd one pops up here and there saying that it's been found in a flock in wherever part of the country. So globally, lots of chickens, turkeys are being culled. Can't say, I've noticed the price of eggs has gone up, but I can't say that here in the UK I've noticed any shortages. I don't actually buy eggs personally, and family members don't buy eggs either, because I have them here free. Well, not free, I feed the chickens, but you know what I mean. I don't need to buy them, and I don't need to worry about egg supply, except for today, because there aren't any. As I say, they've stopped laying for some reason, so we'll monitor that and see what happens over the coming days. Other than that, it is just chaos. Continual provocation of Russia and China. North Korea, probably on behalf of China, is continuing to do missile tests. The Chinese president is due to visit this week, I think. Russia for 2 or 3 days, just to demonstrate some kind of solidarity. Or probably more likely to stick a finger up to the American government, who keeps saying that China should call out Russia and do as it's told. So the craziness continues. It really does. We've got lots of other stuff politically in the UK, but I won't bother touching on that. Needless to say, it is chaos. Politically, it's chaos everywhere. France has erupted again with huge demonstrations on the streets in France. Demonstrators setting fire to police cars and burning barricades in the street. The latest reason for that is that the French president, Mr. Macron, decided that instead of having a vote to increase the state pension age in France, he feared it might not get through a vote, so he just decided arbitrarily to do a almost US presidential decree and signed it off without a vote and has increased the pension age. The French ought to think themselves lucky, because I think this increase was something like from 63 to 65, so you get your state pension at 65. Again, if I'm incorrect, pop in the comments section. Here in the UK, I personally and peers of my age group have to wait until 67 to get the state pension, and there's talk right now about increasing it earlier than planned to 68, and of course the longer term goal is to get it to 70. Who the hell wants to work until they're 70 and pay in to the system for all of those years to get a meagre, and it is very meagre here in the UK, a meagre state pension at the age of 70? It's just complete nonsense. It's because the system is completely broken. There is no fund to pay pensioners. They're paying pensioners out of the current tax receipts. Whatever fund there might have been back in the good old days has been wiped out long, long ago. Just as a comparison for people around the world, were I to hit pension age tomorrow and retire, my government pension, which I have been contributing to now in my normal salary deductions every month for the last 4 years now, I'm going to get the grand total of £193 per week. And when you consider that my council tax is £190 a month, there's 1 week's pension gone. That gives me 3 left: gas, electric, water, telephone, internet, car if I can afford to continue to run it, so tax, insurance, inspection, fuel. Hopefully there'll be no mortgage to pay. Well, it just wouldn't be possible. But I've still got things like TV license. Before I even start thinking about food, I dread to think. I really do. So yeah, sorry, went off on a tangent a bit there, but the French are revolting. I mean, having a revolution in the streets rather than not being nice. Because the pension age is going up. So yeah, take your pick. The carnage and crises continue. The blip we had with the tomato cucumber shortage, which I see YouTube channels, overseas YouTube channels, constantly referring to, actually that seems to have gone away. I'm guessing that the UK farmers have started the heaters in their greenhouses, seeing an opportunity there, and will be starting to produce their own. Maybe the overseas producers have ramped up supply, I don't know, but there doesn't seem to be. Fruit and vegetables recently, I say recently, the last couple of years, I have noticed, and I'm sure I've mentioned it in a few videos, the quality does seem to have deteriorated a lot. That is still an issue, but the actual empty shelves seems to have gone away. So loads going on. All I can suggest is that you keep on topping up, particularly topping up your food. Given the state of the banking system, Don't have it all tucked away in a bank account that might not be there tomorrow. Get some out in cash. If you can buy other assets, then do that. But don't have it all tucked in the bank. And just kind of hang on and see where this is going, particularly with Russia and China. There just really does seem to be this constant appetite to ramp it up to a proper all-out war, which at the moment it isn't. So anyway, what are you up to? What have you been doing while I've been away? I know that some of you, because you've commented or dropped me emails, I know some of you have got your food production system up and running and are growing and germinating seeds. So tell us, all of us, in the comment section below what you're up to, what success you're having. I'll take you for a run round in a moment. You'll have noticed as I came across the field this morning, the trees and bushes are finally breaking out with buds. In fact, some of them have got leaves produced, so that's really encouraging to see. I think I mentioned in the last video there were signs of budding on the blueberry and fig trees in here. I can see from here the lavender has got lots of new green leaves coming on, so hopefully that's a sign of things to come. We are still in March though. It's not beyond the realms that literally a week and a bit ago, mega frost that we had, it was down to, well, around here it was -4, 5, touching 6. Further afield, up in the north, the proper north of the UK and Scotland, it was down to -10, 12s, literally just over a week ago. I'm hoping that doesn't return, but because we're in March it might, so I would be reluctant to get too excited and plant stuff outside or in an unheated greenhouse right now, but if you don't try, you don't get to find out, do you? I have actually brought some more chitted potatoes. I've left them chitting while I was away, so I'll be popping those in. I'll probably do that when I give you the run round. And I did notice that raised bed with the garlic in seems to have been attacked yet again. I don't know how they're getting in, and I don't know what the attraction is with the garlic bed, because the other ones aren't been dug up. It is a bit bizarre, but I'll show you that as we go around as well. Other than that, I don't think I'll be doing anything video wise on the cabin. I am going to have a tidy up in here because it's still carnage from when I redid the roof, so it does need a good clean out. But actual construction stuff, I don't think there'll be any videos of that. You'll find out, I guess, in due course. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, hope you're all staying safe and well and surviving the various crises we've got. Do let us know what you're up to in the comments section. I will throw some video clips up before I disappear, just not sure how many of those might be, but hopefully the disruption of work and personal life has gone now, and we will get back to some kind of business as usual. Fingers crossed. Stay safe and well. Well, apologies for the mess. This is the aftermath of my roofing. I did say I needed to tidy up, but I thought I'd give you a run round first, because I mentioned these in the video. So I hope you can see. We've got signs of life here, budding. Same on this one. Some quite nice buds on that one. Same on this one. Buried here at the back. And on the biggest and the most established one, again, lots of buds on this one. Similar story with the fig tree. Got buds on this. Everywhere you look, actually, on this fig tree, we've got buds. It's trying to focus in. Oh dear. No signs of life on those chili plants that I overwintered. Strawberries are fine. Lavender, mentioned that. I'm going to take some cuttings off this and start to propagate them, because they're putting on quite a lot of nice growth now. Outside, into the cold and the wet, though it is still not raining yet, which is good. Again, we've got the aftermath of the construction. These old plastic sheets, you might remember, they were originally over here with some wood to weight them down, but while I was away the first week, we had a bloody great storm came through, which dumped a load of snow. And when I did come back at the end of that first week, all the way down this wooded area, there was just sheets scattered everywhere. So I quickly rounded them up and popped them here in the shelter of the cabin. So I've got to sort those out at some point. This raised bed, I don't know what the attraction is with these damned rabbits. Let me just get this cover off. The cover that doesn't seem to be doing much. There we go. So the garlic is making a comeback, because it was chewed to death, you might remember. But look at this, we've got bulbs just strewn everywhere, because there's a really great hole, look. That's exactly what they did before, a few weeks ago, you might remember. I flooded it out and then filled it in, and the buggers are back again. I just don't understand it. The strawberry plants are put in. They've been chewed out. Very few plants remaining in there. These onions all starting to come through now, which is very nice to see. You can see them here in the little rows. That's a weed. But they are there, all the way across. So they're all starting to come through now. That's very nice. That's a remnants of garlic at the end there that were overspilled from this bed when I planted it out. Damned weeds coming through on these other beds. Nothing in them yet. So a bit of weeding to be done. You can see the trees starting to blossom. Look at that. How nice is that? This fruit tree. Oh, we have got buds. Just starting. Oh, you're not going to see that, are you? It's a bit dark, but they are there. Can I put my hand behind and focus? Yep, there we go. So that one's sprouting. What's the other one doing? Yes. This one is a cherry, and this produced my first cherries last year. So hopefully, the little birdie's tweeting, how nice. Hopefully we'll get some on the other trees this year. The ones over there that keep getting dug up by the damn rabbits. Anyway, polytunnel. I have to say, I'm really impressed with that little paraffin heater. I don't know if you can see that or not. Can you see the flame? That ran all the way through that week that I was away. I'm going to burn my bloody fingers now. Oh, ow, ow. There you go, look at that. Look at that, it's a paraffin heater. I said it like it was something earth-shattering. But for me it is, because that kept running, ow, 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 all the way through that week I was away. Through all of the snow and the ice. And just ticked over in here. No signs still of potatoes yet, which is a bit disappointing. oh, just a minute. Let me get all excited for a second. Just check something. Look at that. We've got a sprout. It's the only bloody one though. Oh, hang on. Is that one? That's one there, look. Just peeking out. There. I'm getting all giddy now. Great expectations. No, can't say. Oh, hang on. There you go. There we go. The sprout. Right, quit while you're ahead. Don't get disappointed. I have actually got some more here that I've been shitting while I've been away. So we'll get those banged in today. More good news. We've got carrots. We've actually finally, after all this time, got some carrots. No sign of bloody lettuce in there. Oh, that other one actually. But, you know, can't win them all. In this one, now this is lettuce, and we've got two. Out of all of those cells, we've got two solitary lettuce. I did expect those to be the ones to produce. The next one, this is tomatoes. We've actually got a few here. No sign of cucumbers though, which again is a bit disappointing, but you know, you can't have it all, can you? So we have got, no, I'm not even going to count them, we've got quite a few tomatoes fighting on there. And then finally, look at that, we've got a little pea forest going on. I guess the burning question is, do I transplant those out into pots to grow on? Do I take that chance, or do I leave them in there? There's the burning question. So I have got a couple of seed trays over here left to plant into, so I might be tempted to sow some more. Given that the carrots have finally appeared, I might be tempted to start filling these buckets as well with carrots. Plant some seeds in there. I could put the peas in there, I guess, and climb them up those poles. Put a few in there. Oh, what to do, what to do. Anyway, so there we go. That's where we're up to. It is nice to be back after being away for quite a while. I've got to fill that bloody hole in. Got to. I think I might do that first. So one quick little run round for a second more. As you can see, it is still grey. You won't feel the cold, but I can as soon as I stepped out of that polytunnel. Just wanted to check. Apple tree, look, this is the one that kept getting dug up and chewed to death, but it's fighting back. We've got blossoms. And on this one, that one was chewed to death. I'm amazed, but that's actually popping leaves out, look. Stunned, I have to say. This one over here, I'm not expecting to see anything. I suspect this is completely dead, because that got chewed to death. Yeah, I can't see anything on that at all. I suspect that one is completely dead. Well, I guess we'll find out. And similarly this one, you can see, look where they've been, even up here, chewing away. That's quite high up. and I don't see anything on that either, so I suspect that one is a goner. No sign of the bees, but it is bloody chilly out here. Oh, hang on, we've got one solitary little bee. Not quite sure what he's doing. Has he got lost? But all of the hedgerows are in leaf. Pretty much all around the boundary, so that's nice as well. So it is coming on. Sun is buried behind those clouds, and I suspect the rain that's forecast is going to be here shortly. I suppose one good thing about that roof, considering I threw it up in a hurry and I haven't finished the internal fixing yet, for it to survive that storm we had with the snow, I'm pretty impressed with that, I have to say. Anyway, let me get myself sorted out. I'll get a bit of planting done. If I can, I'll take some videos for you, and then it won't be long before I'm disappearing. This is probably the most annoying aspect of trying to work in a field rather than a garden at home. Because you're not here, the rabbits aren't scared. Until my mate comes down and destroys them, of course. And then they get a bit nervous, or the mates get a bit nervous. So annoying. So annoying. I could spend literally hours trying to sort this out. That tunnel goes forever. Absolutely forever. I don't know what they're trying to achieve. Unless, of course, they are trying to thistle. More thistles. Unless they are trying to make a house under there. I think that's it filled. So annoying. But we just keep pushing on. That's all we can do. Trying to replant the ones that have been dug up. Not the easiest of tasks. I think we're about back to normal, or as close to normal as I'm going to get it. It's like a little game. Right, we're back again. We'll see what it's like tomorrow when I come back. Right, we're just going to pop some more of these potatoes in. Some really nice chits on these. this soil's quite dry, so it's going to want a little bit of watering. And we'll see how we get on with that. Oops. Just kicked the camera out. I'm guessing you can still see it though. And we'll just top that up. Alright, there we go. I'll pop some water on that and then we'll have a look at the rest of the pots and just get some more seeds put in. I've just moved those seed trays up onto the workbench just to get them out the way for a minute while I sort out planting some more carrots. Difficult planting carrots because they're so bloody small. But as they come through, I'll prick them out. Not all of them will come through, of course. Trying as best I can to sow them thinly. But it is difficult with such small seeds. Maybe just a couple more in that one to fill in the gaps. I think that's it. So, get those covered over, get some water in, and then I think I might just be tempted to reseed the lettuce. But we'll see in a moment. Get these covered over first. Right, I'm going to reseed the lettuce. These are even worse than the bloody carrots to try and get your fingers around. So we'll give it a go. Ah dear. Some are going in the hole and some are not. But I'll just scoop them in when I finish. I'm going to redo the pots as well. Back there. Well, that's it for today. Apologies that it's a little bit short, but literally I've just got back and I've got so much stuff to do. raised beds put back and covered up. We'll see how we get on with the replanted seeds, but encouraging tomatoes and peas and carrots all coming through, and of course the first signs of life for the potatoes, so that's good. You maybe can't see it on the camera, but you can actually see a bit of green now just starting to form in the hedgerows, which is really nice. I can't wait for it all to be fully out and green, and of course I can't wait for the flowers to come on the hawthorn. That'll get the bees out and about and feed them up after their long winter break. And likewise, if it's a repeat of last year, we'll have a field full of dandelions and then a field full of clover for them to go at. Also itching to see if I can get another swarm this year captured and settled into the third hive. Would be really nice to get 3 hives fully up and running this year. Anyway, that's it for me. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, I hope you're staying safe and well and enjoying your weekend, and we'll catch up with you again in the next one. Well, that's it for this video. I hope there was something in there that was of interest to you. If you did like the video, please do click on the like button. Also feel free to hit the subscribe button if you